Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony Tier from Tony'sPicks.com with you Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications to be live with us. So you get the picks and get the best numbers of them from our experts here on our show. Before we get underway, just a couple of things here. Let you know about our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link over in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab to get signed up. Also love to hear from you guys, so make sure to post your picks in the comments below. I also remind you about our podcast, Tony's Picks Podcast. Every pick in podcast form. Never miss a show, never miss a pick. Check us out on our podcast, every pick there. Tony's Picks, search it in all major platforms. Also our site, Tony'sPicks.com. Pay a visit. We're a multi-capper site showcasing our top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers and get signed up to one of our long-term passes. Hot cappers like Tiffany, Ramon has been on absolute fire. As you can see across here, 3,800 units of profit last 30 days. Also unit leaders for 2022. You can scroll and you will find our premium picks for sale for today here on the center of our page. And of course, our best bet feature. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. And you can see Ramon up there with one. I have one up there. Collins, Mindy's up there with one. Tiffany with a couple. We see more than one because our cappers, they handicap more than one sport. So you can see Tiffany there with NHL and NBA, as well as Brandon with an NHL and NCAA basketball. And the Morning Steam team with 4 best bets today over on the site. So check it out as well. Our $15 premium pick is our promotional pick. Each capper can designate one of their picks off their card as a $15 premium pick just to showcase, introduce their service to new and existing customers. And many of them want to make a great impression because you see a lot of best bets there at that. In fact, today, all our $15 picks are going to be featured as best bets. So really good value there. And of course, our 3-pack there. I know a lot of players like that. Good value there on the 3-packs. It's orange, so it's a profit guarantee. I mean, you must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is a profit guarantee. Now, if you like to purchase picks on an a la carte basis, and now we got the right button. It's a profit guarantee purchase here for our pick ticker as well, so you can apply the plays individually as well as you like. The longer term passes you see in yellow are not because they're already sold at a discounted rate. So that's how that works there. All right, let's get this one here underway. On the show today with us will be Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get game day picks underway. Bring in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Put up some great numbers here in college football. You'll catch her as well on the Morning Steam show at 9 a.m. Eastern time here on our channel. Bring Mindy in right now. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Maction on ESPNU at 7 Eastern time features Western Michigan here hosting Northern Illinois. Western Michigan laying a point, total 49.5.
Yeah, I thought I would get into this game, even though you gave us a little bit of a teaser on yesterday's show as well, talking about the quarterback situations here for both of these teams. It's really going to come down to, I did as much work as I could on trying to find out if Lombardi is officially out or not. From what I could find, there was one, guy on Twitter that says, "Hey, I go to school with him and he's playing." So I don't know what kind of information I have going there, if he is truly going to play or not. Otherwise, we're looking at another, backup quarterback there in his last outing. Pretty terrible, 13-33, only 158 yards on the day. So then otherwise, if I take a look at Western Michigan here, their quarterback situation isn't, much better here. They're also playing a freshman here, and so I think, I don't always want to, quote other people's work, but this one may be a dumpster fire. I think that's kind of the best way to look at this one here. But yeah, I mean, Western Michigan, they're 3-6 against the spread, or 3-6 overall, 4-5 against the spread. They just actually lost to Bowling Green 13-9, only averaging 13 points a game here. Northern Illinois, the defense tends to just give up a bunch of points, but then only give up 24 to Ohio. So again, it's like, am I going to trust an offense or maybe trust a defense here? They're also 2-7 record-wise, 3-6 against the spread. I think what is going to tip me over the edge here is going to be rushing. So Northern Illinois, they have a team that's 27th in rushing here today. I think it's going to be all ground, and I can't trust Western Michigan maybe to score here at all. I'm going to go here with Illinois getting +1.
All right, we got Illinois here with the +1 here. Northern Illinois +1 here against Western Michigan. Yeah, it is definitely a maze trying to figure out these quarterback situations. It looks to me that Northern Illinois is bowl eliminated. They've got 7 losses, so I'm showing here that it's going to be could be that fifth stringer, Cruz McKelly going in. That is what I'm showing here. And again, player may be healthy, but if the team wants to basically look at what they want to do, they want to look at their youth, right? They're not going bowling. They're not going to get in the MAC title game. So Lombardi is probably going to be a no-go, in my opinion, and that's what I'm showing here. Hampton and Lombardi out. Lynch has been ineffective. Krum Zakali, who's their fifth stringer, we could be seeing their fifth stringer in there. And you said it could just be handing the ball off all game.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Especially if I take a look at where Western Michigan is on the offensive side as well. They're ranking about 123rd in yards per play. I think last time out it was like 3.4 yards per play. I mean, it was really pretty much nothing. I mean, I get it, Tony, that it's going to be tough for either of these teams, to put up the win. But again, I'm giving the edge to that ground game only because it's just better. And also, I know that the defense is a little bit shaky, but also I just can't trust that Western Michigan offense here today, especially when they're, couldn't put up any points here against Bowling Green and only averaging 13 per game.
Yeah, and then kicking a field goal with 5 minutes left, down by 7. Yeah, that teed off a lot of people.
Just to cover the spread, right?
Yeah, just to cover the spread, they kicked that field goal. Yeah, that one there, I kind of, got a little icy there. Didn't appreciate that too much. All right, so Northern Illinois here, look for a ground game here from them, and of course probably looking at bowl eliminated at 2-7. So we'll see how that quarterback situation goes. And if Lombardi plays, even better. But again, we'll see what kind of playing shape he's in. But at least he's going to class. That's a good sign. So Northern Illinois +1 here against Western Michigan. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. They threw this one on ESPNU. All right, Mindy, where dumpster fires usually land on the midweek. Right. That's right. That's where they usually land.
You can't get prime time on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we got to height this one. We got to height this one. I'm surprised it didn't hit the plus, but I guess they had to put it on mute, or else it would have been on the plus or the E3, exactly. Whatever, even further down the chain.
Yeah,
all right.
Well, screening only.
That's right. Let's height this one. All right, Mindy. Let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Of course, we have the action going on. We've got college basketball up there. We're getting those medium-sized cards, smaller size, I would say. I can't say medium-sized because we have 100-plus games. So we got enough action out there. NBA back in full throttle, 13 games on the board, as well as they're back in action. NHL as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
So I'm in 4 games today in the NBA, 3 games in the NHL, so 7 plays total. Package them nicely in a 3-pack, a couple 3-packs, and a 7-pack. And then, of course, my best bets here as well. Last 7 days been up in the NHL, up in college football, up in the NFL. So why not catch me for the rest of this week? A 3-day, 7-day pass. We're off to a hot start here in the month of November. 50 and 42 so far, up 8 games here this week. If you take a look at, one of these smaller 3-day, 7-day packages, you'll catch me in the NHL, NBA, NCAA football, and the NFL. We'll have a game tomorrow night as well. I'm just making sure. It's kind of like you, Tony. I can't remember which day I'm on. But yes, tomorrow would be Thursday Night Football. Got to play in that one. And then also, if you purchase something a little bit longer, like a monthly pass, you will get me in college basketball here as well. Right now, I like to collect stats in the beginning, get a feel for where these teams are compared to last, and then ready to start firing here in the next week or so. So pretty excited for that. But doing my best here with Ramon with getting some free picks out here on the morning steam this morning. I think we have like a 3-pack in college basketball here today. So yeah, pretty excited with where things are going. It's going to be a fun month. Can't wait. And make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout when you purchase any of those packages.
That's right, guys. Use Tony T is at checkout here to save the 20% of all premium pick packages. And of course, Mindy today over on the site, 7-pack up there with NHL and NBA on a Wednesday night Stellar Guaranteed Pass up there. Also, Wednesday night NHL 3-pack as well up there on the board. As we scroll some more, we'll see some NHL Best Bet of the Day, NBA Hoops 3-pack. A lot of action up there. Her best bet from the NBA is up there on the board as well. As we look at some college hoops season passes, and of course, get on board there with Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, in November is definitely long-term pass month, right? This is where all the action's happening, and we've been talking a lot about this 1 month all sports pass. It's probably one of your best values right now. Get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days. That would include all of her NBA picks. That would include all of her NFL. Of course, we're getting into Thanksgiving with the NFL. And this takes you over to December 8th. College football, that will get you the remainder of the regular season, as well as the championship games. Of course, not Army Navy. Army Navy's that a week after, but you'll get the remainder of the games as well as the championship games. We're going to get into some great rivalries. I mean, next week they're already hyping up the games. We've got USC, UCLA, Utah, Oregon here. We probably will decide the Pac-12 championship game. Michigan, Ohio State. I mean, there's the SECs. It's wide open this year for these playoffs, so it's going to be a very exciting finish. TCU is up there. We know they're going to lose a game. They always do somewhere. So we'll find it. We'll find out when. We'll find out when.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. You'll find out when. But anyway, check them out there with Mindy on that 1 month pass. And I will also say on that 1 month pass, you'll get all of me as well as the late steam plays. You may see that on the site in green. We all want to get those plays in early for our members, right? We get them in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. But then what do we do between 11 a.m. Eastern time and kickoff at 7 p.m. Eastern time if we like a play, right? We end up betting it and we can't get to our customers. Well, we come up with a solution. We call it late steam. Our handicappers can put in plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. And for our long-term subscribers, that play is emailed right into your inbox. So those will also include the late steam. On the yellow button passes, include the late steam. The orange, no, because they're fixed 1 month pass or 1 day pass or whatever, the 3 packs. But only on the yellow picks there, the yellow buttons there for the long-term pass, the longer seasonal passes, those include the late steam as well in that purchase. So if Mindy sees something she likes after post time, she puts it in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, that is emailed directly to you. So that's something worth important, especially with these injuries. Hey, we find out Lombardi's playing. Maybe that becomes a premium, right? You never know. So that's what I'm saying. See, these things happen, right? And she bets it. She wants to get it to her customers. That's been the biggest frustration we had in this business, right? Also, I don't understand. We need the picks in by 11 in the morning, a.m. Okay, then what happens when I see something I like afterwards? Well, you bet it. What about my customer? You bet it. That's always been the answer. But now we have a solution. We have a solution for this 30-year-old question that we've been fighting over for 30 years since these sites have come up, is we can actually get these late plays to you and to the members. And of course, as a member, you will have a 5-minute exclusive window to act on those plays, because 5 minutes later, it gets put on sale on the pick ticker. So you got a 5-minute exclusive window on the late steam. But if you're a member, don't worry about it on the long-term subscription. You'll get that play emailed right to your inbox. Because I saw Mindy with some late steam there on Saturday. I was looking at, checked the site a lot, and we were seeing some of those up there. Some of the cappers are already starting to put the late steam. We're going to start tracking records on late steam. All that's coming soon. So check it out, guys. That 1 month pass is the way to go. It's November, right? All these sports overlapping: the holiday, college basketball, the NBA for a month, and of course all the great football. So get signed up with Mindy Hahn right now. All right, Mindy, we've also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy, and of course that late steam, we've had a lot of content up there.
That's right. So get to Tony's Picks Mindy right now on Twitter. Give me a follow. You'll get additional plays. I usually put out something, for the NHL or the NBA, which is today. You can find another NBA play out there on the Twitterverse today. And then also make sure you catch Mindy and Ramon every morning on, almost every morning. I think we always say every morning because it kind of seems like it. But yeah, Saturday through Thursday, you'll find us. We take Fridays off to, recharge, get ready for the next big weekend. But yeah, I mean, we're doing great things with the morning steam. Had a lot of plays today, putting together lots of packages. So there's plenty of stuff that you can definitely find if you want to go over to the Tony's Picks website and, give us a few tip dollars there for one of those picks. But yeah, I mean, if you catch a show in the morning, We definitely go through the whole card, and we do give you our free consensus picks there right on the show. But if you don't have time to go back through there, take a look. Just go ahead and grab yourself a 3-pack or a 7-pack. Pretty reasonable when you talk about per unit play. We also want to say thank you to all of our long-term subscribers. For me personally, and for the mornings team, it's great that you guys have confidence in us. We do as much work as we can. We are trying to be as knowledgeable as we can to these picks and make sure we do all the homework for you, so you don't have to. All you can do is have faith in us, and you can find that out by looking at our records, which is really nice. It's all documented and transparent, so you can have faith in us as professional handicappers here on Tony's Picks site. So yeah, we hope you come and check us out. We have a great chat in the morning. We feel like it's kind of more of a family atmosphere nowadays. We get the same folks in there a lot, and then they're becoming friends with each other as well. So it's been a good time, and we really like doing the show and look forward to it. Tomorrow we're going to have some more NHL, NBA, and then we're going to start the NFL also. Probably have some college basketball there too.
That's right.
So yeah, come check us out in the morning, 8 a.m. Central.
9 a.m. Eastern Time. It is the morning steam with Mindy and Ramon. Check it out. Of course, if you miss any of the shows, and many of you that watch our show at this hour on game day, you guys are at work, and if you make your commute home, we have our podcast, Tony's Picks Podcast, where you can listen to the full length, the entire show, 1+ hours of the morning steam, where they break down the card today, the big 13-game card from the NBA, the hockey, the college basketball, very selective on the college basketball. Get you the marquee matchups, the TV games is what I guess we'll call them. Usually once in a while they may find that the real score on the Ken Palm that goes right in there as well. That was a good Memphis Vanderbilt game that was on there as well. They looked at a few days ago. But anyway, guys, on your drive home, it's our podcast on all major platforms. Just type in Tony's Picks, you'll find it, and you can get every individual pick up there and listen to the morning steam on your drive home with a complete breakdown of today's action and look aheads as well for college football as well. It's 64 games this week, so they're doing them in advance. So you get some look aheads on some of those games as well. So make sure you tune in to the show on your way home. Right, Mindy, as always, great having the show. Keep up very good work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this dumpster fire football game tonight. Should be a good one. So make sure you're have your pizza and your nachos, and you're ready to go for that one.
That's right. Be ready to go for that one tonight with that action as well. All right, Mindy, have a great night. All Mindy right, here on a Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you live with us to get the best numbers from these picks here on our show. Let's continue on here. Now it's time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sitting atop the leaderboards. Has been doing fantastic work. If you've been checking out the site, let's bring him in right now. Ramon, what's happening, Ramon?
Hey, Tony. Great to be here in the land of where they hate sports betting in California.
Yeah, it looks so, but I think the assembly can still push the bill through. So that's what I've been hearing. So we'll see how that rolls here, and it probably will just be in sight to begin, and then maybe like the New York angle here. We'll see how that rolls. Anything you put on the ballot is always going to be controversial. I had a feeling when they put on the
disaster.
It's a disaster. But anyway, there are some solutions around it, which I think probably happen with the assembly bill that they're probably going to work in. But anyway, tonight we're going. The NBA's back, right? Ramon was looking for the NBA. Guess where we found it? We found it with a 13-game card, right? Yeah. I know. It took I know, but they got everybody had to get to the polls, and we're probably going to have another poll day in December. It looks like again, so it's a lot of craziness going on. But anyway, we get back to the NBA tonight. League Pass has this one: Bulls hosting the Pelicans. The Pelicans are road favorites, total 233.
The bettors believe in the Pelicans still, Tony. And why not? The Pelicans are fun to watch. They're exciting. They have great fun offensively. They're fun to watch. They do a lot of scoring. So why wouldn't the public maybe back them here as a slight favorite? Well, I don't know. I'm not ready to go there really with them in this one. I like their prospects moving forward, but I really like what the Bulls are doing this season. And Tony, every time you talk about the Bulls, you talk about our man Zach LaVine, and is he playing? Is he not playing? And does it really make a difference, Tony? It absolutely does. This is the guy that makes the Bulls engine tick right now. Now, look, the Bulls are a good defensive team. They're sixth in defensive efficiency. They've been very good defensively, actually, kind of counter what New Orleans brings to the table with their number one offense, no doubt about it. They, kind of up there in scoring and everything. So they get involved in a lot of high scoring games. But you know what, Tony? With Zach LaVine in the lineup, 4-1 straight up at home this season. And the big thing, of course, with Zach is he doesn't play, in back-to-backers. And the Bulls have had, obviously, everyone had a day of rest. So the Bulls come in 7-4-1 against the spread. They've covered 4 of their last 5 games, Tony. Pelicans are on their first 2-game losing streak of the season. Like I said, had a nice season so far. They started off 4-2 against the spread, but now are 4-6 against the spread. Like I said, they lost the last 2, both on the road. This is a 3rd game of the road trip. Then they go home. But, here's the thing. They've played 8 of their first 11 games on the road. They're a little bit road weary right now, I think. And after this game, going to go home for 6 straight games. So maybe, if anything, yes, maybe there's pressure when you're on a 2-game losing streak, obviously, to shake that. But they know it's been a long road to hoe, if you will, with 8 of the first 8 of 11 games on the road. Now you're going to go home for 6 straight after this game. So Pelicans are 1-4 against the spread as a favorite this year. They did win back on October 4th against the Bulls, 129-125 at home, but they lost on Monday against the Pacers. Probably their worst performance of the season in that 129-122 loss to the Pacers. Now, this series has gone over in 7 straight, but Mindy and I don't see it that way. We look at it from the Bulls' perspective in this game and that defense, and with Zach LaVine. He scored 30 points on Monday, and he averaged 35 against the Pelicans last year. Chicago did beat the Pelicans twice at home last season, and Chicago 5-2-1 against the spread with team rest, which also equates to Zach LaVine's situation every time. So they're in a good position, I think. Bulls are a very, very good rebounding team. We know that. They rebound 52% of all available rebounds and 73% on the offensive glass. They grab the board 73% of the time on the offensive glass. So I think with Zach having a big game, DeRozan can have a big, big spot here, I think. And the way him and Vooch work on the floor together, Vooch game tonight, I think they work very well together. Hopefully you're seeing me here. I'm freezing up on my end a little bit, Tony. But Dosunmu, Williams, they can also contribute tonight. I like the matchups here. I think Herb, for the for the Pels, Herb Jones, Valanciunas might get, have a tough matchup a little bit. I would think against Vucevic, and also McCollum, could be a rough sledding for him. Zion not going to stop him. I got the up arrow on Zion. I might be down on CJ Valanciunas and Herb Jones, but I'm not going to be down on Zion right now. He's looking good. But tonight, Tony, I've got the Bulls. I see the Pelicans. They got their home beds for a couple of weeks after this game, and I think that's going to be a little bit of a weight off their shoulders. It's going to be a tough game tonight against the Bulls.
Yeah, we got Ramon here on the Bulls, +2 here against the Pelicans. Yeah, this Bulls team with LaVine looking really good. He last against Toronto, 30 points, 5 assists, and Vucevic there, 15 boards. What was really impressive was that, again, against the Raptors, where they pulled down 18 more rebounds, shot 52% from the field against the Raptors team, who pride themselves defensively.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and that's the thing about the Bulls. Their rebounding statistics are very, very strong. No doubt about it. They're the defensive-oriented team in this game. Like I said, 7 straight overs in the series, but I just have right now the Pelicans lost 2 in a row on the road. They're going home next. Little bit of fatigue on this team a little bit moving forward. And again, those Bulls numbers are very, very good with the rest. They are, when you think about the Bulls, they're gonna reside on the defensive side as far as their numbers are concerned. So I'm going to need this game to go under. Look at the total; it's very, very high. But the way I see it, I need it to go under if the Bulls are going to take care of it, and I think it will. I mean, that's a pretty high number considering where the Pelicans are at in this situation. Their offense is cranking, no doubt about it. But for me, I think it's determined by how the Bulls come in and play this game. So that's what I'm looking for tonight with Chicago. Sixth in defensive efficiency, like I said, and that's where I think they will actually win the game, despite talking up Zach like he could go for 35 tonight. He might have more. They might have more of a scoring balance because I do expect DeMar and Vooch to have nice performances as well.
All right, we got Ramon here on the Bulls +2 against Pelicans. Better get in a hurry because I've seen one of the sharp books now at 1.5. So make sure you get that number at 2 and don't wait too long.
I better stop talking.
Bulls +2 against the Pelicans. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern time on the League Pass channel. Right, Ramon? Let's take a look over at TonySpace.com where you've been on absolute fire here. 3,801 units of profit the last 30 days. That is all documented over at Tony's Picks. Also showing profit for this year, over 1,600 units of profit for 2022. Great profit the last 7 days. A winning day yesterday. Winning on many of the sports over at Tony's Picks. What do you have going over at the site?
I'm going heavy, Tony. I really like this card. I want to attack it right now. I don't want to say I'm playing with house money, but you see the numbers right there. I think all the subscribers are excited today to get my plays because of the roll that I'm on currently. It's small number yesterday, but we brought home a big dog with the Islanders yesterday. So I got an early start, Tony, coming in. There's that Dallas-Orlando game, and I've got that as my $15 best bet to get the night rolling. So if you want to get on board, you're like, Ramon, look, I see the numbers, prove it to me. Well, again, they're all documented. Tony says that every time, all documented, all third-party tracked and all that. But I've got that 2:30 game for $15. I say 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. There's one game today that starts 90 minutes earlier than the regular card. That's Dallas and Orlando, and I've got a play in that game, followed by a couple of 3-packs tonight. So I've got 7 plays on this huge NBA card tonight. I'm also coming in with a 3-pack in college basketball tonight on this, not the most aesthetically pleasing college basketball card, but coming off a pretty decent start so far after a couple of nights of college basketball, and 3 out of the 4 games in the NHL, where I'm real hot in the NHL, Tony. If you see those numbers there, hitting at almost 70% this season in the NHL. And I'm not playing favorites. You know that. I'm playing mostly totals. You see the numbers right there, right at the top. Big time numbers. That's on the 1-year stats right there, was 3 dimes worth of profit, but also so far since this season has started, the percentage, my percentage is even higher right now. There you see the 30-day, 45 and 22. I can do that. That's like a 68.8%. And so up 2 dimes already this season in the NHL. Tony, I'm coming with a 3-pack of games on this 4-game NHL slate. So, I'm not swinging necessarily for the fences. We've got the bases loaded. We just need to come through with a little bingle and knock a few more in. I mean, I know I was bragging a little bit on the show. I know it's hard for me, but out of the last week, Tony, when I always say no one lights up the leaderboard like I do. And over the last week, Tony, I put up 3 of those numbers that you like to call out on me with, 8 and 2, 9 and 3, 9 and 2. I think I've had 3 of those days this week, not just in the last 30 days or something. This week I've had 3 days where I've been well over 8 games over 7 or 8 games over 500 for the night. So I'm coming in with a big card tonight, and I'm glad you guys are talking about the Maction, and I had a good week on the Maction last week. I already come through the winner this week, but I'm dry. I'm dry when it comes to the Maction tonight, Tony. Right now, maybe I could come up with some late steam, but me and Mindy did come up with a play tonight in Maction for the morning steam, but I couldn't come up with a premium myself. So talking a lot of trash here, Tony, but I got nothing in football tonight.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. We show you the numbers here for the past 30 days. 3,801 units of profit. That's all sports combined. 1,634 units of profit. Top unit producer at TonySpicks.com for 2022. We're showing you right now the past 7 days that Ramon was talking about. Past 7 days, Ramon in college football 14-5. Great profit, 850. In NHL, 16-10, profit of 536. MLB, well, the World Series closed strong. College basketball off to a 3-1 start there.
Everyone.
NBA 17-15, 53 units there, guys. So Ramon is on fire right now. Get that all sports pass from Ramon right now over at Tony'sPicks.com, as we'll scroll down here and show you what he has here on the card here. As we talked about, he does have his 3-pack here from the NHL, a college basketball 3-pack as well, a premium pass. NBA Wednesday night 3-pack. Get on board here. That we got an early start here at 5:30 Eastern time. A game tipping off in 2 hours, so you want to get on board with that one. Another 3-pack for the later evening games as well. Of course, his best bet in there from the NBA early start discount best bet. That's your $15 premium pick, your early start game right there on the board. As we scroll down, Ramon does have an NBA full season pass. He's got NHL full season. College football full season, a lot of the sports at a full season pass. But again, here we are in the month of November. You definitely want to consider this 1 month all sports pass. You get all of Ramon's premium plays for a month. That would include all his NBA, all his college basketball. Remember, we got all these holiday tournaments coming up here from college basketball, NFL. That'll get you the turkey games and well into the first week of December. Also college football, we get the big rivalry games coming up. The final 4 weeks of the regular season here. Remember the championship, the conference games included there as well. Leave you right up to right before the start of Army, Navy, and as well with that with college football. Don't forget, Ramon's always in action in the UFC. World Cup as well. Of course, we'll get right down to the final knockout stages of the World Cup when we get in that kind of that little slow period in December where we have no college football scheduled and we have a lot of the college basketball teams are in their finals. That's really when we have the really nuts and bolts of this World Cup. We get into the knockout stages then. So that would be a great period of time. Actually, my time out right for the after all, because it's kind of that little lull there right after the end of the regular season of college football. So we're getting right in the nuts and bolts of World Cup then. So again, that 1 month pass is the way to go here with Ramon, and use that promo code here at checkout as we posted up there. A Tony T, which will save you 20% off. Again, you can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and then get signed up. And of course, you will land when you hit that All Cappers tab. You hit Ramon, you will land right here on Ramon's handicapper page, and just scroll down and you'll find that 1 month pass. And if it's in your bankroll and you see the numbers, you can even consider that 1 year All Sports Pass, and that's $240 off when you use a promo code TonyT at checkout. So go ahead and get signed up. We've showed you the numbers; they're all documented. Ramon is just on fire right here, and you can see it's not just for the year, but again, last 30 days, last 7 days, the numbers are right there for you guys to check out. All right, Ramon, we've also put together a Twitter account for you where some of the plays up there. Hope to get your videos up there. We're working to get the blue. I think we've got a lot of it done already with the blue work, so we get these when they shoot their individual videos, those will be on the Cappers Twitter accounts like Tony, Ramon. All the morning steam show are on my page because they're combined, Mindy and Ramon. But the individual videos will be on their own Twitter accounts, and as well as their individual social media pics that we have up there for you, Ramon, at Tony's Picks Ramon.
Yeah, Tony, and I do have a pick tonight. It's going to come to you, Tony's Picks Ramon. Whether I'm verified or not, I'm real. I'm not a cat. And I like the game tonight between the Lakers and the Clippers. That's my free Twitter pick over at Tony's Picks Ramon. So if you want to log on, subscribe, and it's going to be cool. Get those videos on there. I think that's going to generate a little bit more following of those accounts. And look, I could use the follows over there, and putting free picks up there every day, sending out another free pick, and soon you'll get the videos on there just like you are on Tony's channel. So log on to Tony's Picks Ramon, and Mindy and I will be back tomorrow with more morning steam. Tony, we'll talk about the NFL card, including the Thursday night game with Atlanta and Carolina. So that looks like, I don't know, that's a game, I guess. It's a football game. So looking forward to that. And, of course, the NBA, NHL, college basketball off to a decent start. And you mentioned the World Cup on every show. I'll be in action there. And I think the venue is going to open things up, Tony, a little bit. Look, I mean, we always talk about, not you and I, but we will now, but a lot of the discussion always is, the CONMEBOL teams are never going to win in Europe. The European teams are never going to win when game is in the Western Hemisphere. But I think even though you might consider it closer to Europe, to be in the Middle East, maybe that's kind of where all the teams will come together, and maybe you'll throw out some of those top teams like Brazil, Spain, Argentina. Maybe we'll have more upsets. Maybe some teams will pop up, teams you might not expect. Maybe the resurgence of the Dutch team, maybe Serbia, teams like that, Croatia. We could see something exciting with teams maybe pulling off upsets, I think, in this World Cup, more so than in years past where European teams kind of dominate when it's over in the other side of the pond, and then maybe if it's in South America or North America, those teams, the South American teams, of course, the North American teams aren't going to do anything, but that's when Brazil and Argentina usually come through. So maybe when they meet in Qatar, then we'll see crazy things and upsets because of just the whole situation regarding the time of year that it's being played, where the venue is, and all that. So I think that's going to provide for a lot of volatility in the World Cup.
Yeah, it looks that way. And of course, before, they would finish their long seasons, then have World Cup preparation. The players were already burned out by having to go through an entire season. Now they have 3 months of action, a little break, and then now we're into the World Cup. So we may even see better quality of play here with this schedule, because I always heard when we got ready for the World Cup, a lot of the big names of these guys were burned out from their club action. But anyway, Ramon, as always, we'll check you out over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, we'll check out the show, Morning Steam, Saturdays through Thursday here, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, live here on our Tony's Picks YouTube channel and Twitter channel. And of course, remember guys, those of you watching us at work, you can listen to that Morning Steam on your way home from work safely on the podcast. Tony's Picks is a search on all major platforms. Bluetooth that into your car. We love our truckers out there. I know your truckers love us, the podcast. So again, you can listen to the entire Morning Steam uninterrupted. And of course, no DJs, no commercials, just all Ramon and Mindy the whole way. So listen to it there on your way home from work tonight. All right, Ramon, it's always great having your show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony, I'm going to get it tonight. I'm going to come back with some big numbers tomorrow.
You got it. We got it over at 4,000. He's shooting for that here over for the year-to-date numbers. All right, Ramon, have a great night. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Some of the monthly numbers here for the 30 days where he's been on absolute fire. So check him out. Let's continue on here on the show. Guys, just a reminder about our show. We're here with you with Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications so you guys are live with us to get the best numbers from these picks we give you here on our live show. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. It is now time for my game. So let me put up my game card. We're going to go up to the match of the night as Bowling Green will host Kent here on CBS Network here, Sports Network. We got Kent 2.5-point favorites total here at 55. I'm going to be on the home underdog here. I'll be on Bowling Green here at the plus 2.5 points in this one. And looking at this here, in this situation, we know it's been down season here for Kent, 3-6 on the year. They lose to Ball State. They had struggled stopping the run last week here against Ball State, giving up 5 yards a carry. They got 254 yards passing. Schlee, the quarterback, a season low 4.5 yards per attempt in that game. Bowling Green edged out to Western Michigan 13-9, and they put up 291 yards in that game and allowed just 4 yards per rush. But, when you look at the quarterback situation, McDonald's been accurate over the past 2 games. The Kent defense on the road has given up 478 yards, 4.2 yards per rush, 300 passing yards, 8.5 yards per attempt when Kent's on the road this year. And McDonald's been pretty accurate over the past 2 games. On the year, McDonald's 16 touchdowns, 3 picks, 6.6 yards per attempt. 3 straight wins here for the Falcons. Their defense have held their teams to 271 yards and 13 points a game. We'll take Bowling Green here at plus the 2.5. All right, guys, check out TonySpicks.com. I got a 3-pack up there on the board right now with my best bet, my 2 best plays from the NBA with my best bet from college football together in a 3-pack. Or you can buy my best bet standalone here is the college football game. But if you just buy my 3-pack, you don't need to buy my best bet because it's bundled into my 3-pack for today over at TonySpicks.com right now. You can check out my profile page. I think, let's see, can I get this to scroll? Yep, I can. You get this to scroll here. You guys can see what I have up there. I've got my best bets, and then I have my 3-pack. Now, my 3-pack has my best bet in there, so if you buy this, no reason to buy this. So there you go. There are also my long-term passes. You go with the 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Also the 1-year all sports pass. You can go get on board, get all my pre and plays for that period of time you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, and don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you will save 20% off your premium pick packages. So go ahead and get signed up. Of course, you can access my page by clicking the link you see in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and then you land right here, right on my page here, and you get signed up to one of my long-term passes. Or if you just want my individual plays for today, those are in orange. These are the 1-day passes, the individual plays, 3 packs for 1 day. Those are profit guarantee, must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. The ones in yellow are not, because of the longer term passes are already sold at a significant discount. All right, let's continue on here with game day picks. It's now time here for our recap. Let's show you the picks from today's show. All right, on our recap, we had Mindy on Northern Illinois +1 against Western Michigan. Ramon was on the Bulls +2 against the Pelicans, and I was on Bowling Green +2.5 here against Kent. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks, guys. Be sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Tony's Picks. We'll give out live free picks for the games for today's action. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. All right, let's go ahead and bring our crew from today. No way, goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here